Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And the fine folks over at Greenworks asked me if I wanted to take one of their tools for a spin. And I thought, sure, maybe the $30,000 utility vehicle that's battery powered, or maybe the battery powered $20,000 zero-turn mower, or maybe something more practical like this Greenworks 24-volt combination inflator compressor. And this is designed to fill tires as well as large volume inflatables, air mattresses, rafts, etc. This is using a 24-volt lithium-ion battery. This one's a 2 amp hour here that came with it. This particular guy, what I like about it is it opened my eyes to beyond the Milwaukee platform, which I've been deep into, both the 12 and the 18. And this has been kind of my go-to inflator. It's not the greatest, it's small. There are a few hang-ups to it. This thing, on the other hand, does an awful lot more. And it does allow me to plug it directly into my vehicle power port, any of the power ports, whether in the bed of a pickup or up front. I did try it in my Milwaukee portable power port, and I can't get it to run off of that, but I shouldn't be able to probably. Anyway, the way this thing works, it's pretty simple. It has a nice bright display, and that display's got a solid blue backlight, so it's easy to see at a distance. It has a setting for PSI and a setting for just the inflatable, which is nothing. And if I go to the PSI, I can then adjust it here. It's up to 23. This goes to 160 is its maximum PSI. A few other features. It does have a work light right here. It's activated by this switch, which is nice. You know, if you set it down and need to try to find the tire cap or whatever you were looking for. It comes with a few accessories, a ball inflator. Oops, let me get that out of your eyes here. Ball inflator, the press to Schrader adapter, and then kind of like a raft inflator that fits, fits on the higher pressure PSI tube when you need more than just a regular volume inflation of the separate inflator. Then what you do is you can hook it up. We'll go ahead and run this thing. You can see this is empty here. I'll put that on. I like this cap a lot better than the screw-on brass cap here, because sometimes on smaller but higher pressure inflatables I do lose a considerable amount of air getting this thing off. And I actually have measured it in order to compensate. So it's around 3 or 4 pounds on some of the things that I'm doing that I have to add with this in order to get it. And this thing never comes on right. I keep resetting these things. Anyway, so I've got this on. I'm going to set it, let's run 16 pounds in it. So it's at 0 right now. That's what it registers. And I just hit the on button, which is right here. This is the on and pause button. So it's going to get a little noisy here. And auto shut off. Now, one of the things that I like about this is it also has an active read there. So if I want to decrease pressure, I can take it out and then snap it back down. And you can see it's down now to 9.5. So I can make adjustments if I'd like, which is important if you're doing off-roading or overlanding. Now, this isn't designed to fill up giant truck tires. It's designed to work with car tires, everything smaller, motorcycle tires, fat bike tires. I ride a lot of fat bike, and those tires really are a pain to inflate with a hand pump, especially a traditional hand pump, because it takes so long. Because you're putting in, it's like pumping up a motorcycle tire, or even bigger sometimes than a motorcycle tire. But anyway, this one gives me an active read, so I can use it as a pressure gauge. I am going to do something with pressure gauges in another video. If I want to use the inflatable side, I just click that, and now it doesn't matter. There's no ceiling limit. And what this does is it turns on an inflatable fan. It's on this side, so the compressor's inside here, the inflatable fan is right here, so it has both an output and an input, which means I can also use it as a deflator. I'll show you that. So I can pop off the included or the attached inflator. This allows you to stick it down in through a nozzle or an input nozzle that actually has a sealing mechanism, a little flap, so it doesn't drain the air right away when you pull it out. So you usually need something to insert in there like in an air mattress. Now the other thing with that, I used to use this. This was my Milwaukee inflator. This is an M18, so now I have an M12 and M18 system already rolling. This one, I have glued it and taped it, and now I've got a big metal band hose clamp on it to try to use this. It's good. I got it when it first came out. It does have some, it's like a mini leaf blower, but I hate having to carry it around if I just could use one simple thing here. Now when I turn this on, quite a bit of air. Here's an example, just a notebook here. So it's moving quite a bit of air. That's great. And then I can easily pop this off here, this hose here, and insert it into that point, and now it's a deflator. So if I need to shrink that air mattress back down quick to roll it up, or to flatten it. If you've not deflated things with a deflator, you really suck the air out. It's like vacuum sealing. Well worth it. So I've got dual power on this, which I like. Love the color. I've got the PSI and the inflator aspects of it. I've got a work light. What's not to like? And these sell on Amazon or all kinds of places. Greenworks is a huge company. That's why I liked it, that I kind of got out of my red toolbox here and discovered all of these other things. I do use Milwaukee weed trimmer, a Milwaukee leaf blower, and now, I was waiting for the Milwaukee lawnmower, and it just was not coming, and I thought, well, I've got some batteries, and might as well go with Milwaukee. Anyway, they just came out with their lawnmower, or announced it, and it's like $1,000, professional line. Well, Greenworks makes 3 different lines of tools, kind of more the consumer end, the semi-pro end, and then the full-on pro. Their lineup of tools and saws and drills, and they have multiple inflators, all kinds of gardening equipment, lawn mowers, rototillers, all battery powered. It's just a phenomenal amount of tools that these guys make. So once you're into a tool system, because of the battery, you might be blind to some of the other stuff that's out there. That's why I'm bringing this to your attention. Anyway, this is the Greenworks Powerall 24 volt. They call it Powerall. You can actually, there are some multiple 24 volt battery tools they have, so you use 2 of those to get 48 volts. They go up to 82 volts on some of their systems. Kind of amazing. Anyway, this is the Greenworks. And with that, Doc out.